Oh, let's find out how someone could be so cool, guys.
Think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Not really. When you have someone that simps for you, it's an easy choice. The effort that made us convince it was us the two murders were the same, that was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must know that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connect events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost a natural good she is at this. Okay, I get it. You think she's a spy. I don't. Shut up.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Juko manipulated Fumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered. In the debates up to now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's only really one person who seems to fit. Select someone. Jill!
It was funny because when the Game Grumps were doing this, they really didn't think that it was Celeste. They were just like, you know what? Fuck it, sure.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of had their suspicions, but they weren't like, oh, it's her for sure. They were like, it could be her, I guess. I don't know. Let's go with it. If not, worst thing.
Let's see her get scared and angry.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Oh, I thought I guess we don't have enough evidence. She's still confident in her own plan.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
It's not a joke.
I wonder.
You're way too confident, lady. You've also been trying to steer us the wrong direction the whole time. You were worse than Mondo.
Mondo just kind of sat there and waited, and then we finally got to it. And
yeah, he made us.
Kyoko made him slip his tongue.
Yeah, he made one small mistake. You have been just trying to push that it wasn't you this whole time.
Yeah.
In fact, we haven't pointed the direction at you. You've been trying to point that it was exactly as you had made it seem like this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't want to make... Like, if you just kept your mouth shut, I probably would have lost a little bit of suspicion for you. I mean, I still would have chose you in the end, but I would have lost a little bit of suspicion for you.
Yeah. The Game Grumps were convinced that it was just Hifumi. Only Hifumi.
Really?
What you
Yeah.
are saying, then,
He killed himself?
is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
They thought he was still alive at the end of it.
Idea
Idiots.
that I would choose to spend any
you
amount
go.
of time interacting with him.
She's losing her accent.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot.
Oh, I'm so happy she lost her accent. That's exactly what I expected.
Pardonnez-moi.
I'm so happy she loses her accent when she's angry. That's
Just
exactly
to
what I
be clear,
expected.
There is evidence to support it.
Is that
Yeah, that's
so?
why I always changed.
Oh, here comes the solar size.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain
just staring at you
behavior
as
that
he
was
whispers.
common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were
You
working
mentioned it
together.
earlier. You know exactly what this is.
She kept pointing us in the right direction. Encountering the suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Okay,
Alright, fuck
asshole.
you.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. Go, leave your stand and punch him in the
As
face.
he said, only
Learn
Celeste
something
and
from
Hifumi
Mondo.
Ever laid eyes on
Oh.
the
Oh
costume
shit,
individual.
the dog not only bumped the mic with his butt, he also nearly knocked the iPad off the table. Off the couch.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
You don't know.
Are you saying
He tried to
everything they
drink the
told
tea.
us was
Yeah.
a lie?
Yep.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Yeah, that was the big thing. I kept wondering how this individual moved around, and when the case started, I realized, oh, he was never moving to begin with.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
Yeah, you thought this was gonna be boring, Byakuya. This was actually probably one of the most complex
She
cases.
let out a blood-curdling scream.
I don't call it blood curdling. It was more like, oh,
and when we'd all come to
yeah.
see what was wrong,
What do we call it?
was
The
she
orgasm
said?
laugh.
Yeah.
The
No,
orgasm.
the orgasm scream.
Yeah. I keep forgetting I don't have to read these.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he had his foot down into the hole.
This was also like when she said this, it was also super odd to me. I didn't point it out, but I thought it was super odd that the person didn't just run past her, because it's like, oh yes, this what, like 5' nothing chick. I'm sure that this giant robot man would have such issue getting past her. Equipped with hammers, keep in mind, according to her narrative.
Yeah, he had hammers on his belt or something.
Yeah. The other thing about this that I didn't think was, where was this stupid guy keeping the hammers? I was like, okay, it's anime, like they keep stuff up their ass all the time. But like as it goes on, but now I'm like, oh, they planted them.
It was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. Ifumi, he's in the nurse's office. We know.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Damn right, bitch.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I made a funny noise.
It did. Oh, god damn it.
Then why don't we split it into 2 groups?
I'll leave the hunting part. Seems much more interesting.
Very well, then Makoto and Nina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I would need to capture the suspicious individual Totoko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
She even made sure they were split into groups of 3. Clever.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Yeah. Guess what? You might be super lucky, but you ain't lucky forever. Oh, she's like realizing it.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
Well, it's actually called piercing.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
I should check. I think I sent a message.
It
If
was
not, I
your
thought
way
it
of
really
telling
hard.
him,
I
"We're
think
on
I
the
sent a
third
message
floor.
guy when I first
Everything's
played this
going
that was
according
like,
to plan."
did Celeste just orgasm?
Please. Oh, I hope you did.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have
I
carried
scrolled
across
for a
the
long
sea?
ass time though, because I
It's been a while.
texted them a
She
lot
is
about...
quickly realizing that her plan's falling
Just
apart.
realized another strange thing.
Oh.
When we found Hifumi in the
Koichi.
nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Naegi.
I essentially was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Forgot a joke I made about someone's name.
I love how silent she is. She is quickly realizing how badly she's in it now.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait. Then that was...
I love how I haven't really known. Monokuma has been in the same pose since he talked about the bodies this whole time. What was that? That was that was at like the start of. That was like somewhere during 2 episodes ago. He's just been keeping this for almost 2 hours.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Oh, we're about to see her
I
angry
have
again.
no idea what you mean.
Yeah, please stop the act. It's not worth it
Don't
at this
bother
point.
trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Trusting your feeling.
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Is it?
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about?
I didn't start telling Kai
what you
about
said
Yeah.
after
me playing
Hifumi's
Danganronpa until
body
I was halfway done with
disappeared
it.
and we returned to the nurse's office.
Over halfway done with it. I was past this trial already.
Right. They must really be enjoying this. Joe instead of standing around effectively confused.
We're all going to die here. We're all going to die, just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too. but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
But she wouldn't have known Taka was dead at the time.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi
I got
had
real
been
worried
killed.
when I had to read that
So
line out.
Sakura and I left with Makoto.
I didn't think much of it because I was like focused on focusing on other stuff that happened. And now
I
that
know.
they're pointing it
Once we
out.
were
I don't
in
think
the
much of
hall, we ran
lines.
into
That's why I'm really
Celeste,
happy that
and the four of us headed to the nurse's
Monokuma
office.
get up to the chair. It's missing steps.
He hops.
I guess so, but
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense.
My phone's
It was
like, hey, in 15
completely
minutes
out
we
of
should be
place.
asleep. I'm like,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
that's a
Although I
bit,
don't really
that's a very
get what it
generous
means.
assumption.
You hear that, Celeste?
Because it's a Monday night.
Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Pretty sure
If
that's
you're
what
really
pissed me
not
off.
the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Oop. Yaku said Celeste comp doesn't make any sense. What is he alluding to? Makoto.
hey,
Makoto.
if you want to know that note that I wrote down forever ago, it was that Hifumi mentioned Robo Justice of Galactic King early on when he was talking about anime before any of this ever
All I
started.
said was, we must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
So I wish you
And
didn't
that's
put all the
all it
inflection in.
takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Do I have to use the Monokuma file?
No, you're gonna take one and shoot it at the other.
All I said
None of
was,
those look like they'd be good at
we
shooting at
must
the other.
really be enjoying this.
I don't
Enjoying
remember what
the
order
sight
it
of
is,
us
but-
standing around, frightened and
I guess I have to shoot
confused.
so
They must be
strange at...
positively elated.
That just
We
seems
are
weird
all
though.
going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Maybe I have to shoot this.
And that is all I said.
I can't remember what order it is, but
If
you got
not-
the right idea.
Yeah, if not, it's the other way
I
around.
think it's the other way around, but I don't
I don't know, I'll try it the
remember.
other way around first, just because.
Okay.
That was my first instinct, and sometimes when you correct
We must
yourself,
really
it
enjoy
it,
the sight of us. They must be
usually your first
positively
instinct's
we are
correct,
all
and then you
going to
correct
die.
yourself.
Alright, here
We
it
are
comes.
going to die, just like those.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it was either or.
No, it's not.
Is it never like that?
No. It's never like that. It's always a very
That's right.
specific way.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Good job going. Good going, Chat Noir. Good kitty.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Because
How did you know more than one person had been
it's
killed?
always tiny slip-ups like
And how
this that
did you
get
know they
them.
were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Well, those guys is kind of just a general term.
Yeah.
I never really considered those guys to be gendered.
Yeah, I think it's just the idea of how she usually talks.
I guess
is why
so.
it threw them off.
Yeah, because that's very informal, and she's very much, you know, gothic Lolita. Oh, is she about to
You all
break?
have such vivid imaginations.
Nope.
You know
She
that?
is going down to the bitter end.
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I mean, it's pretty clear that that's staged. I mean, we know that at this point.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
See, even Hero gets it.
So let's put the suit
Well,
on.
he's the one in question,
Then-
so
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
he tried.
You were right. About the setup part. But you just had to keep
You've
talking.
simply forgotten. You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
What are the odds that she, there's a picture on that camera of her trying to set up a timer?
It's just a picture of her own face.
She's like, confused anime face. Huh?
In other words, it
I
is
can
an
also think of some other.
unassailable fact
I can also
that
think of
this
some
is a
other
picture
some other
of
pictures,
Hifumi
but I feel
being
like those
dragged
were
away.
only for Hifumi, so that way she could keep him involved.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
I mean, even Hiro figured out
Surely
it's
there
staged.
are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Yeah, Hifumi's just giving Hiro a piggyback ride.
There is no other explanation.
Wow, despite that, you sound pretty shocked. Explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi and the suspect are drinking. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh, look! Oh, there's her. She's starting to break.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi.
You know, this
but
suit
the
is
person
really
in
well
the
made,
robot suit.
and why it really pisses me off how there's just how there's just that cheap RJ written on it.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange
That really
costume might
pisses me
only
off.
exist to
It's
lead
like
us
if you
astray
make
even
like a
farther.
really good Gundam model, then just like cheaply paint your initials on it.
You saw someone wearing
Yeah.
something like that in
And I'm
this
sure
situation.
someone's done
Of
that.
course you'd notice and be
It's like if you
suspicious.
make a Gundam model, then do like the Toy Story thing of writing your name on it.
Sorry, I'm reading emails from
That's what
professors.
happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Finally, Hiro, you caught up.
Such a thing is
My teacher's
utterly
gonna go over
impossible.
people.
Oh no,
Talking
how
about
is
serial
it
killers.
utterly
Hifumi
impossible?
was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
One of my professors is gonna go over people
Is it-
talking about serial killers,
I
especially
don't think
for
it's
me.
ridiculous at
Yeah,
all.
it doesn't seem like it's that
Then
ridiculous.
shut your mouth and allow me to
Good
educate
for you. I'm a little focused on this point.
No, I know.
I don't want this to go into a 5th episode.
I don't think it will. This one might be a little long, just so we can include the execution and everything, but
Yeah, probably. So we can wrap up this episode. So we can wrap this up.
what about this trial? Or chapter, I should say, because there's a little
Dressed
bit
me
after
up
the
in
trial
that
too.
suit after I passed out!
Oops, that's all I meant to
Then
do.
you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
No, not really. It's kind of
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the...
I need to check something real quick. Just the arms bend, but the legs don't really bend, do they?
You can walk in them.
Position. Ah, it doesn't bend at the waist. So,
Yeah.
Culprit after all!
So do I have one with costume? Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what you have to shoot at?
Yes.
Cool.
I keep accidentally hitting R1
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just
That
draped me
happens.
across Hifumi. You tried to make me look like the
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
It's so weird to use
If
because
the person inside the suit was unconscious,
I like the little
there's
beep.
no way they could stand up straight.
Bitch, you shut the hell up. Bitch, you wrong.
You wrong, fam!
I want to keep coming up with new ways to say you wrong.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It doesn't bend at the waist. This is one of the few times I've ever had to like check the truth bullets.
You totally can bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right.
I think this
They
is
totally made a
this is one of
mistake
the
when
most
they made
intense
it,
cases
so
of
it
just the
couldn't bend
concept
at the
of
waist.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
It definitely feels like this is the most roundabout case, but because it's one of the most complicated in what happens, it definitely gives me reminiscent of Turnabout Goodbyes.
I think the suit was designed from
Though,
the beginning to be
with
used
how
the way
it's
it
with
was.
the complicated nature of it. It reminds me exactly of what happened in that case. Well, very similarly. Oh, this is a new pose.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Celeste
I like
Hifumi
seeing
took
people.
the
I like
suit
seeing these characters
specially
start to break.
designed and stuffed Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Imagine just going.
My God, she's devolved to motorcycle impressions.
I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
She thinks she's Mondo's motorcycle.
Oh, that was the worst thing you could say in this instance. Oh, you gonna see her break?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
Hi.
Oh, she is. I love when she loses her accent half her age.
Celeste?
It always sounds so weird to me.
You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem.
Ooh, what's that?
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything knowing that he's Taka's killer. I mean, it's clear that he just went to the grave with this.
Hey, Fluey, who was it who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yes. No.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Why did you become a chipmunk?
She's breaking, so her voice went higher pitched.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hakagure!
I love this.
But my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Does that really matter?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Sakura gets it. She's like, shut the fuck up.
Hero,
We don't care. Hold
Hero,
on.
I know you're being framed, but shut up.
But like,
He
shut
did
the
say
fuck up for a
Yasuhiro.
second.
But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hero?
What the hell are you talking about?
Here's something else that you definitely haven't figured out and haven't even considered at all.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Did you
No.
said people's last names?
Mr.
That's
Nagi!
right.
Yeah,
Our
that's
last
right. He always
names.
calls us Mister.
He called us all by our last
Mr. and
names.
Mrs.
Exactly.
Miss
I know I
Kirigiri.
heard him say Mr.
I also just
Miyagi more
don't
than once,
really.
for
I also
example.
just don't really pay attention to him. It's real. That's the hardest thing about having to notice Hifumi. I had to notice Hifumi.
So if Hifumi did mean to
I
say
only noticed it
Hero's
because it
name,
pissed me off.
He would have said his last
Because I was
name.
like,
But
in the
that's not-
Japanese, this would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But like, in English, it just like, it annoys me, but only because it was
just
Hifumi.
Incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk. Shut the fuck up.
Listen, we're very close to this. Be quiet.
Random
Yeah.
chance.
Why do I
Those
feel
are
like
bad
Jill is just gonna vote for
convenient
someone at random?
explanation.
She didn't do it last time, though. I should
No,
say.
she won't.
There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
Well, he did have brain
But he
damage.
must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Indeed.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh, that's right. She has a Japanese name.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
I kind of like. I'll be honest. I like her angry voice.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
It feels like she puts up the accents like to seem more dignified, and now we're releasing the break.
Do
At this moment, yes.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
She like responded directly to me there.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
The e-handbooks are going to come into place here. So it says her real name. So I still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Make your argument? Ah, fuck. Well, I know what it is.
Hifumi was
Oh, I
trying
don't
to
want
tell
2
us
minutes this
something.
time.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way
Jesus.
to contradict me,
That was so much.
Also, time carries over between everything.
Oh,
So
does
that's
it?
the-
It
yeah,
felt like
that's
it's
the
from restarting each time.
At least I think it carries over. I know
It-
in the
it
later
does-
games it does.
Okay.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
I feel like Monokuma is actually going to step into this
Monokuma
thing.
told us all about it before.
Oh, we set the magic chord.
Oh, it's just flashback. This handbook is absolutely vital to the healthy school
don't
life. When you
care.
set it up, it was playing everyone.
Listen.
Make sure you have the right one.
Ah.
Now this is not your everyday school now, man. So we're using that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Yep.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Is her last name really Yasuhiro?
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Hell, Mondo cooperated with this, so shut up.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Yeah, like that's gonna work, Makoto.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
She is like really stuck between accent and not.
Because.
Of the wonderful things she does.
You never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again. From the beginning.
I'll be honest,
And
this is
shed
definitely
light
my
on
least
all
favorite
your
thing to actually
crimes.
do. The comic book style is cool, and I like seeing this in comic books.
Sometimes it can be really confusing.
And
Yeah,
that'll
because some of
bring
these seem
everything
so
to an
similar, and it messes me up because I'm like,
If you click on them though, they do give you a hint. The
Oh,
little
do they?
question marks. Yeah, they'll give you a hint. I don't remember what button you have to press, but
okay.
you can press options to see. It'll tell you. All right, so hi, they're meeting.
Ah, the poster, of course. That's. So I imagine that's them interacting. These seem so similar. Okay, so there's a couple things I know it's not. So it's not that yet. So it has to be the note. Let's see. Where's the note? Is it this? Hang on, give me a sec. Oh, 1 a.m. I have to remember. Then freaking Hero comes in, scratching his head, gets chloroformed. You put him in the suits. They, she gets ready with the picture. Oh, I really like that image of Taka there.
I know, isn't it cute?
And we have to cut to Mr. Precise with his wristwatch. Wristwatch. Checking his wristwatch. Then he comes in. Smack! Evil laughter. Did you go with 3 or 4? Can't remember. You just go with 4.
Yeah.
So I have to put 4 there. I should have known my position there. Now we're here. She shows us the picture. And then we go there, we find Hifumi hurt.
Hurt with what?
With Justice Hammer 2. We started with 2 at that time, so I need to find 2. This is very elaborate.
Look at him dancing in the blood!
That's fucking gross. Okay, then after the blood. See, that's just this image, so that's not gonna help me at all. Clear the poster. That's him moving the body. So Justice Hammer 3. He puts a little bit on Justice Hammer 3. We all come. Then we find body 1. Gee, I wonder who that was.
Right?
That's so dumb. Like, at this point, I feel like you could put Celeste there just because we know. Oh, that one's stupid.
Well, they do it every time.
I know, but it's just weird. Alright. Let's see. Puts the body on there. Then he pushes it across.
Kitty face. I did it!
Panting like a dog. And then, she grabs the hammer, puts... Hold up. I think I got this pretty much right. And then... What's the last one? I don't think it's... Oh, it's this hammer. Okay. And triangle to clear.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
This is definitely like the most that face.
With the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
This is definitely. These are definitely. I hate putting
I think
these.
that might be the one that you got wrong.
They convinced
Sure.
someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Probably. Nope.
Nope.
That's
Okay, we're
right.
good.
These are definitely like really.
someone
This is
they
definitely my
met
least favorite
was
one, just
Hero.
because my least favorite thing to do, just because it's really annoying to put together. I like how watching them play out
The
though.
murderous duo intended to
See, I'm
use
the
Hero
opposite. I
off
hate
as
watching them play
prime
out
suspect.
because I'm like, I know what the case
So
is.
when
Oh
they
my god,
met
I'm so
up with
bored.
him,
I like.
And I like putting it together.
That's the thing. I'm so used to Phoenix Wright, where usually you just get a quick explanation with a couple images. So seeing the actual whole case play out really is good for me. And they put him in the suit.
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo Justice suit.
I mean, you think with all the drugs he normally does, he'd be in the inn by now.
Well, I mean, even if you're
Next, Hifumi
I
positioned
mean,
himself to
weed is
look
different from
like
chloroform.
Robo Justice's
Just gonna
attack.
say.
Fair.
While the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero.
Not the
When
weed
they were
god.
done with him,
Well,
they
weed
shoved
god?
him, still unconscious.
You know,
into the
before, I was
floor
actually
wall.
gonna call. We were watching one of Ray Narvaez's starter streams for us, where you were, and I actually was gonna call him Weed God at the start of this episode. I was gonna call him Weed God 69, but at the start of this recording session, that I forgot, and
Proud.
I forgot, and
Look at the
now that I say it
6
now,
a.m.
it's like I'm referencing
They
that.
moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Your white hair.
Look at that pure bro.
Such a pure bro. Look at the pure bro.
Bonk.
And
It's not
that's
as
where
bad if you
Hifumi
just say
killed
bonk
him,
instead of
making
slam.
it the scene of the first
Bonk.
This is
murder
this
weapon
is
was
definitely,
Justice
this
Hammer
is super
4,
elaborate.
which
It
was
reminds me
left there in the
so
equipment
much of
room.
Turnabout Goodbyes.
The reason hammer number 4
Like,
was
because it's meant to
used was
seem
to
like
create
so
confusion
obscure and
about the order
impossible.
of the
Imagine
crimes.
Hifumi fucked up what hammer he used.
I imagine Celeste wouldn't let him.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room.
Yeah, because if Hero was drugged.
There,
Then.
the killers wanted
So
us
what
to
was,
see
did we get to
Justice
find out
Hammer
what her
1
real name was?
and the Robo
Yes.
Justice
Okay.
pictures
Okay.
they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story.
Makoto also looks good in this style. I really
The
like this
second
style
fake
overall.
incident
I
was
just
the
want to
attack
read
in the
comics
library.
like this.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2. and an injured
Like there's
Hifumi
three different. There
to
really
sell
is
us
three
that
different
story.
art styles. To this. There's like the cutscene art style, the regular game art style, and the comic art style.
These two
I think the
incidents,
comic's definitely my
killers were
favorite.
able to create a certain preconception in our
For me,
minds
it's the cutscene.
that the suspect was increasing the
Cutscene
size
always has
of the
like something
cameras
weird to me,
and
mostly because it's like
attacking people in
they're
order
like
as they
slightly 3D, so it looks kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I like it in the
He
executions
fell
though.
right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator.
I love the
and
like
just as
crinkle
Hammer
sound
3
effect whenever that came
Yeah.
up.
What? You know, looking back on it, Celeste was really good at faking a concussion.
and turned around
Yeah.
in which he himself
That worked in my favor, my fuck up of all the
Yeah,
words.
because you weren't doing that on purpose, but it definitely was. But I definitely like really played into it.
Yeah. That was just my brain literally killing itself.
Gee,
but,
I
like,
wonder who saw Hifumi's body.
Gee, I wonder.
That's what we found.
You know, you really, you know, I get we know it's Celeste at this point, and we're just trying to prove it was. But really, what it seems is like you're just proving that the mystery person is Celeste.
Meanwhile,
Tucker also looks really cute in this style.
She looks adorable. Sakura looks scary.
At the same time.
Sakura is scary.
Sakura's the only one I don't like in the comic style.
Yeah, mostly because she looks more manly than like we usually joke about.
Yeah.
Hina also looks cute.
So when we heard
Her
the
hair was a
little
different,
discovery
though.
announcement, we naturally
Yeah, she's
assumed
cool.
it was for Hifumi.
Oops.
Nope. Flip.
He left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape.
Yeah, so the fact that
This-
Hina just had a stomachache was
When we
like
learned
perfect
his
for
body had
Celeste.
disappeared,
I imagine
we all
Celeste would
rushed
have
back
gotten
to
her
the
out of the room in
nurse's
some other way.
Yeah, but it just created like the perfect way
And
for her
once
to
again,
Yeah.
get her out of there.
Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Look at him dance.
The little.
Didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final
We
act.
did it.
I think at this point he's like, I'm gonna get away with it. I'm gonna get away with. Oh. Dong. Oh wait, hang on.
Plan
Bonk.
all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Hina!
What?
This one's cool. I like this one.
This is very anime-like. That was.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I love that. Sorry, you lose.
Game over.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
She's really slipping in
Can
and
you
out of
admit
accent.
it?
Oh.
You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Listen, your voice is breaking. We know it's you.
Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
Taiko
I'm the kind
Yasuhiro.
of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, so she really was playing the accent to put seem fancier.
Interesting.
By the way, that fact about her father and mother is also most likely a lie.
Figured.
I wonder what your score will be. Ah, shit, no way!
It kept flickering at the start there. How many coins do I get? Nice. Oh, I guess it's based on like how many tens you get.
I guess, yeah.
That's my best guess.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oh. Kinda wish it switched to
Or
Taiko at this point.
no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Oh.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay.
Poor Taiko.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
I'm really
And
glad
when the
I'm
votes are
greedy to make your own
tallied,
vote.
who will become the blackened?
Gee, I wonder.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully
Okay,
wrong
Monokuma, we
one?
know.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I feel like he drags this ending out more than anything.
Yeah, you know, pad the game time.
I like how the people who are dead are in black.
Yay! Jazz hands for everyone!
Before this is done, I do kind of want to find out what happens if you get it wrong. I'll probably get one game over on purpose just to see, but anyway,
Okay.
go on. They're
Oh.
not talking anymore. We
Right,
actually have
I
to
forgot.
we
I
actually have
forgot.
to talk now.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's sit back, relax, watch an execution. Let's do this.
You forget this is our commentary
It's basically
show.
a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasahiro! The poll was in the way and I forgot her name.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all.
Actually, it was a pretty good plan overall. You just kind of picked the wrong person.
Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
Probably should have gone with Taka in this instance.
I knew it.
But
So
then
you
again,
really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying.
My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko.
Yeah, I figured it out a bit earlier too.
You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but
Listen, the bear knows about it at this point.
it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean, don't say it? Does
It's
she
okay,
mean,
he just thought it.
does she mean the bath? Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Okay, Bear, if you don't know at this point, because we've said it so many times under surveillance and even in front of you, you're just stupid.
Oh yeah, he's just dumb. Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. I'll say it.
So,
in other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
My big ass dildo. That's right.
Imagine that's just the code word for it this whole time.
Dildo.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I'd paid Hifumi a little visit.
What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone.
Wow, he has a nerdy ass room.
It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
I guess I didn't really think about it much, but I guess the way they planned all the stuff in Hero's room was they just stole his key.
What?
are you okay with
It was
this?
Taka. He stole it.
Oh, so you did lie. What? That's
And
not,
I have proof. Would you like to see it?
as it turned out.
Nope. As it turned out, I'd found use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Grr. So it was him. How did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Wow.
Oh,
He did?
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone.
Wow.
So I had no choice.
Hey, Fumi, you should have saw the lie. You should have known the bro.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. This is what you get for not believing in the bro. He wouldn't hurt her. That's a promise from a man. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. You fool.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I know said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most
Wait,
unfortunate.
please, if you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
God, it's so weird seeing him cuss.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear!
I have to save her!
Actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
A very complex one. Do you know how to make a hammer? Huh?
I have the faster way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. Yeah, she did it. And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Wow, way to really speak out loud there.
Ifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was the string costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
Honestly, I'm amazed he didn't fit in the locker.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
Fair.
I
That's
had to
it?
bite my tongue from saying it the second the question came on screen. And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation.
This honestly was a really clever plan.
Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Yeah, so the reason that, the idea that they had the same, first name versus last name, complete coincidence.
Wow.
That wasn't the intention. Oh, God. Literally prepping to do a verse made me burp. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming it would actually let him live.
Are you okay with
That's
this?
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Damn straight. Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. Because he's a fucking idiot.
It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical.
Boring. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So
You okay?
the Game Grumps brought up that she always says, so in the end, and it just made me laugh. Because we
Okay.
haven't heard it this time. So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
Fair.
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder
No,
about
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought had been escape.
But
But all along you were saying we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously, that was a lie!
Yeah.
Hey,
I couldn't take it! I hated it from day one! more than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. I thought she might have been saying it. So I paused. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that made it better was Othello.
And you don't know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream.
Okay.
And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Was it to gamble away all, steal everyone's money?
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream.
And what was that dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. I remember when I said this is the dumbest motive. Hi. Here's why.
Castle. Oh, that's actually really cool.
Oh yeah, it's great, except for the creepy red-eyed everyone. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards.
Why does the one behind her look like Makoto?
The one kissing her foot looks like Byakuya.
Honestly, I feel like we've found her fetish. Two of them look like, the two with the white hair off to the left look like straight up vampires.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause most of them at least have like irises, or not irises. The white part. I can't remember what it's called.
Ska something. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need.
Okay, I guess that explains it.
Yep.
She really likes goth shit.
Yep.
And honestly, that's why I liked her.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna be hurt with this execution like I was with Mondo, but I'm gonna be sad to see her go.
Yeah. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
Yes.
I know she's supposed to still have her accent here, but I don't give a fuck. She already stopped
This
it.
is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is about!
I mean, it's a kind of a very big goal.
Mm-hmm.
$10 million definitely would have helped that.
Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality.
It's kind of odd that's not in yen.
It's probably in yen in the Japanese version.
Yeah. There was actually
I got right to the edge, but
I'll talk about it a bit later.
There is nothing
unfortunately
to be
my
done.
dream has been scattered to the wind.
Yeah, as likely your guts will be in a moment.
Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
I'm either gonna get before we get too deep into this. I want to say that her execution's either gonna be a roulette table or something kind of gothic, something kind of based off her style, the whole gothic Lolita style.
Just the worst.
I feel like the roulette table was one guess. Was
No.
my biggest one.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Yeah, after Russian roulette mahjong, I don't think life really means so much to her.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That is all there is to me. That is what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious.
And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
You just get executed again. Another smart thing he said. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That in itself must have been a final lie. And that fake smile is what betrayed her.
You all done? Okay, then let's get this rolling. The black industry of the piece and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
You get way too
I
into
love it
that.
so much.
I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
Oh,
What?
this is
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone.
Actually, I miss Taiko.
Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
I'm definitely gonna miss her. Shame I would have liked to have gotten to know her a bit better. Time for the punishments! That said, I do want to see this one.
They showed the name yet? No.
No, they never show the name of it. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
so...
they do.
Do they?
Uh-huh. There you go. The Burning of the Versailles Witch.
Oh, it is kind of that gothic style.
Alright, so after this execution, I'll say the fun fact about her execution, and then I'll read off what Taka and Hifumi's would have been. And then we'll tie this on a nice neat bow.
This, I actually like this one. It's very subtle and kind of graceful.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that ruined it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so what was that you were saying about subtle and graceful?
Wow, he literally ruined it with a hit from a truck. That's just disappointing. That was actually like pretty like. That was actually like really good.
It's important that he did that though.
Okay, that was funny.
So I didn't actually look this up, but it was something that I personally think is true, and I believe I saw it written somewhere as an actual trivia fact. The reason that is the way that it is, despite it killing the mood, is because letting her die in the same way as a Versailles witch would be too good of a death for her, because it's one that she would have liked. So that's why he came in to crush her with the truck. It was an extra, like, stab. It was extra salt in the wound, basically.
Ah, okay.
And,
Oh, hey, Toko's back.
Hi, Toko. Taka's execution would have been a super high school hall monitor execution. Prime Minister Kiyotaka Ishimaru's inaugural parade. Ishimaru sits on a vehicle and answers people's cheers in the middle of a huge, gorgeous parade. The crowd has posters that say things such as, "Hooray for Prime Minister Ishimaru!" And the next moment, Mono Bear pops up resembling Golgo 13, an assassin, and kills him with a shot through the heart.
Oh, I really thought it was going to go to more Kennedy assassination there.
Basically. And then Hifumi's is... watch out, Buko! Great monster invasion! A gigantic Buko comes flying to a place where an enormous mono bear is riding at. Both start fighting. Yamada, who is stuck between them... Hifumi, who is stuck between them, is being hit from both sides. At the end, he dies when being hit by certain kill beams from both simultaneously.
That one sounds less interesting. I think I would have liked to see Taka's, but I definitely think Celeste was the best. Taiko's. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but still can't deny that at one point I also considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and there you go.
Sorry, I was crossing those off. Isn't it just awful? Someone who couldn't get free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Gee, isn't here? I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out
What
of
do you?
here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash. You just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're not all you're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one by one by one by one. It is sad, yes, but that reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. All you're gonna make us keep going through this. What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your questions if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
No touch, bad touch.
Ooh.
What? Oh man, oh geez, oh man, oh geez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? The mastermind designing Kyoko's body? That was a bluff. What does that mean?
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course. Fuck you.
see ya later!
Monaco disappeared. You was all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monaco already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Did you just move it from one
What?
locker to another?
Then that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
indeed.
Good idea.
Oddly smart just to hide it, like, directly under our noses. Left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back to us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
"Why exactly are you going alone?"
so...
Do you even have to ask?
As she spoke, she looked quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Staying here arguing is going to draw more. It's just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Got a bad case of the munchies. I'm
Huh?
actually,
So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together?
we've all been in there once, and I've basically seen you naked. It's not that big a
She
deal.
doesn't know that. Does that mean what I think it means?
Shut up, Hina.
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. She's trying.
Try to forget what Hina said. Everyone head to the dining hall. Me and Kyoko there
Shall we
alone.
go?
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked. This lock swung open and saw.
Good morning.
Hi, Alta
It's
Ipo.
been a while, hasn't it? Nothing makes me happier than seeing Chihiro's face after a long drive. It's safe. Thank goodness.
Never had Kyoko sound so relieved. It's like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
It's okay. You did good, believe it or not.
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little longer.
We can wait, believe it or not.
So now we can officially say the case is closed.
As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
however,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
Listen, if you're gonna keep hiding things from us, it's something I need to know. I don't need to know. That makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried?
Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. That warning, that explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you, too.
no! I believe in
What?
you.
You believe in me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends.
I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
Then
That's fine.
Fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. Next time!
No, what?
Next time!
I thought, let's end the chapter.
Dude, next time.
No, I don't want to. I want to end the chapter. We're about to end it. We might
Good
as well.
night.
No, wait, no!